Hello, my name is Allison Carmen, and welcome to my podcast, 10 Minutes to Less Suffering. And the name of today's podcast is Time is on Your Side. As many of you know, I talk about the idea of regret on many of my podcasts because it's one of the things that people speak to me about the most. Many people regret things they didn't do in their lives, and they feel now they're out of luck, or they can't have the life that they want, or they can't have the relationship that they want. There's a choice that they made in the past that limits them today. And the thing about regret is it's a reverse maybe. We're so sure had we made another choice, life would be better today, but we've never lived that life. So we don't know what would have happened. For all we know, maybe it wouldn't have been better. And all we know is here we are with the hope and possibility that we could have the life that we want from this day forward. And a lot of people base the regrets on the age that they're at. A lot of people believe that they can't switch their careers, they can no longer fall in love, that anything that they could possibly have dreamed of when they're 20 years old or 30 years old, they're out of time. You don't realize that if you're here and you're breathing, life has maybe, and time is still on your side. And one of the most inspiring stories about life and age and time can be found in the Netflix movie that was just released called Nyad. And it is an amazing story. And it's a true story of an athlete named Diane Nyad, who at the age of 60, and with the help of her best friend, commits to achieving her lifelong dream, a 110-mile open ocean swim from Cuba to Florida. Now, she attempted this swim when she was 28 years old, and she was not able to complete it. And at the age of 60, when she had a prominent career as a sports journalist, she decided that she wanted to make this swim, this dream, come true. She wasn't thinking about her age. She wasn't thinking about regret. She wasn't thinking about her time is up. She was thinking about her dreams. She was thinking about the moment, and she was thinking about if life is uncertain, that means this is possible. And what's even more amazing about this story is that it took her 4 years and 4 attempts to complete this swim. And at the age of 64, she completed the swim from Cuba to Florida. And you see in the movie, you see her tenacity and her courage. And you see her defy everything, the environment, her age, doubt. And she just stayed with her dream and what she wanted. Time was on her side. And if we're here, this is what's real for all of us. We are the ones that write the story about what's possible and what's not. And we don't see that. We have expectations about what should have happened at this point in our life and what we accomplished and what we didn't. And we don't realize that if we are here, if we have breath, we have hope. And because life is uncertain, we cannot know any limitations. We can only know our possibilities. And for anyone who's feeling regret or that they can't achieve the things that they want, I highly suggest that you watch this movie. And believe me, I know how easy it is to have regrets. I know how easy it is to build the story that you don't understand. I made choices. My life is the way it is, and it can't get better, and it can't change, and I'm limited. And I was faced with that when my husband left me. Almost 30 years of a relationship that was gone one day. The life that I thought I was going to have, the life I banked on, the things I didn't do, the relationship I could have had, the career I could have had. There's nothing that makes us feel more broken than believing that we're out of time and believing in our regrets. And I made a very clear choice. I knew about the idea of reverse maybe, and I knew that if I believed in my regrets, if I believed that my time was done, if I believed I was washed up, if I believed that my dreams weren't true, that I would be living a life of misery and despair. And it was only my story, because I believe that uncertainty is our best friend, because if we want our life to change, it has to happen in the unknown. And if you don't know what's going to happen next, then we are not limited by time. We are not limited by regrets. We are not limited by the past, because the future is unknown. And that means our dreams are still real. And if something is in you and it makes you feel alive, it enriches you, it gives you meaning, it gives you purpose, then what you seek is seeking you, that there is something out there pulling you forward. Until our last breath, we have maybe, and I have no regrets in my life. Yes, I have 2 beautiful daughters, and without this marriage, I would not have had them. Makes it very easy to be thankful for the time that I spent with my ex-husband. But even more than that, who am I to know that any other decision in my life would have been better? And who's to know that Diane Nyad was supposed to accomplish this swim at the age of 64 and not at 28? We can't know. We are the only one that writes the story of regret. We are the only one that writes the story about time. We are limitless when we decide to be. Until your last breath, you have the potential to pursue your dreams, to be creative, to start something new, to start a new career, to fall in love, to travel, whatever makes you feel alive inside. That is your right. And when we really see this, and we stop holding on to what didn't happen, and we stop holding on to what we did and what we said, and we come to this moment, and we forgive ourselves, and we love ourselves for exactly who we are, we can align with the moment, and the moment is the place where we create, and the unknown future is our ally. When we really believe that, we are timeless. Our dreams are timeless. Our love is timeless. Our relationships are timeless. And we start to see that we are the only one telling the story that life didn't go our way. Because again, here we are in this moment with the hope and possibility that we could still have the life that we want. When we don't believe our dreams are possible, it's like we are putting out our light. And yes, maybe some things we'll accomplish and some things we won't. But often, the most beautiful thing about life is the journey, and the people that we meet along the way, and the experiences that we have, and the things that we learn, and making the most of every moment through our creativity and through our aliveness and through our connections. The moment is exactly as it's supposed to be, because it is. And everything that's happened in your life has brought you to this moment. And time is not against you. The only thing that is against us is our regrets and our stories that we cannot have the life that we want, and our resistance to the beautiful moment that's in front of us. You have what it takes to connect with your heart, to light the spark for all the things you still want in your life, and to know that maybe the best is yet to come. Thank you for listening to this podcast today. If you'd like to get in touch with me, you can email me at allison@allisoncarmen.com. If you'd like to buy my books, The Gift of Maybe or Year Without Men, they're available at all major bookstores and online retailers. And for those of you who like audiobooks, The Gift of Maybe will be available on audio on November 21st, 2023 on all major audio platforms. And if you like this podcast, I hope you subscribe and leave a comment.